and you're just drifting out to the side, and you're going to feel a sharp thunk. It's not largemouth. They're like, thunk, you know.
Yeah.
The smallies, you got to think your bait's moving 2 to 3 miles an hour. You're reeling at a half a mile an hour, and it's going fast, and they pop out of that rock and just smash your big swim bait.
Are you trying to hit the rocks, or are you trying to stay above them?
I want to hit like 2 rocks every cast.
Okay.
And it's kind of voodoo land.
Yeah.
So what's funny, when a smallmouth's feeding, and you know, they're looking up.
Yep.
So the best days are when it hits the water, you just start reeling and it's dong.
Yeah.
You know. But if they're ever lethargic, you're going to go through some heads because you're going to have to get deeper in those rocks.
Get down into the rocks.
Absolutely. So a good rule: tick a rock every couple casts, couple rocks a cast. But I'd never want to tell my clients, you want to be ticking rocks, because you know what happens? Losing heads. So
because there's no going back in that current.
No, and well, there is a little bit. So sometimes when we throw an A-rig, or, you know, I'll even go get these. As long as you don't pull, if you get hung and just hit the button and let the line out, I'll get on that big motor, idle above it. And with these heads, it's crazy. The head just wedges, and the hook doesn't.
Right.
So I'm able to get on the back side of those, and that usually get them.
Get them free.
Yeah, get them free. But you will lose a few for sure.
That's all amazing. They're so big. What size fish are you catching in these places?
So it is not uncommon to catch a 6-pounder every day.
Wow.
We had one year, I remember it's 2 years ago, was the best. We had a lot of moving water that spring, but it didn't get too dirty.
Yep.
The key to getting the giants on the Tennessee River is letting them eat all winter and not having too dirty of water. When it gets dirty, they don't eat as good, so they're not as fat. And so last year we had a huge flood, and we were catching them really good, but they were a little skinnier because you could just tell they were sitting there and they couldn't eat as good because they couldn't see. And I think smallmouth are really big sight feeders.
No doubt.
Right. So that one year, we had at least 2 6-pounders every day. And I caught my PB that year, and it was an 8-pounder. 8 on the nose. It was only a 22-inch fish, but the tail was almost like that.
Wow.
It was crazy.
So many big fish there.
So many big fish. It's definitely a bucket list trip, and it's starting right now. The a tournament, several first-place finishes has come this past week on Pickwick Lake from the dam. So I'm starting my trips next week. I'm booked every day up until I leave for Lake Martin, and then I'll come home and continue smallmouth guiding. And it'll last usually from the 2nd week of March through the 3rd week of April.
Wow.
And then they're on bed hard.
Okay. Wow. Is it now? This is on Pickwick.
Yes, on Pickwick.
You've got a lot of dams on the Tennessee River.
Absolutely.
Can this be applied to all those tail races?
Absolutely. So I took that, and I kind of I don't guide as much on Wheeler, but I will. But I've kind of perfected something up there I won't even teach people. But I took this technique up below Guntersville Dam on Wheeler Lake, and I won a BFL up there. I think I had 25-12, all smallmouth.
Wow.
It was crazy.
No kidding.
Yeah. And then a buddy of mine a year after that had almost 30.
No kidding. Wow.
Up there with the swim baits.
Yeah.
But, so it's all – the main thing you're going to notice from dam to dam on the Tennessee River is the depth zone. So below Guntersville Dam, the average depth is anywhere from 12 to 25. And on Pickwick, the average depth's can be 4 to 12. So you're just having to get the bait down to the fish. Right.
Right.
So just a lot of letting it sink.
Changing the head size. And
So what I'll do down there, I'll give you a little tidbit since we're on Bass U.
It's Mike Iaconelli. This is Bass U TV.
Here's what's awesome about Bass U TV.
You get the top instructors.
You will learn things at Bass U that you will learn nowhere else.
We take the mystery and the myths out of bass fishing.
Real tools that help you catch more fish consistently.
At Bass U TV, shoes are optional.
And I like turtles.
And that's why you want to check out Bass U TV.
Join the Bass U family.
Welcome to Bass U TV.